Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video of the S13 drift car update. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you can tell updates and stuff I put up of what I've done to the car so far. And I put on the garnish bit, that's what they call it. Threw that on. It's not like perfect, as you can see here for focus. Right there, it's not lining up with the body. There's a bit of a gap there, but it's fiberglass. What else do you expect? I still like these headlights and everything. Tail lights, headlights. I think I need more sleep than what I got. But yeah, over here is the big problem. You can easily see that big gap right here. Almost a pinky gap. Yeah, that's all I could do. You can't really make fiberglass fit any better. You could have cut this and pushed it in and made it perfect. But then if you look at that, it's perfect going around the whole tail light, so I didn't want to screw up anymore. The bumper has a bit of a gap, but it's not half too bad. None of it. It's going to be drifting, doing some wall taps probably. I don't mind the dirty finger marks. The finger marks are just from us trying to put it on. But yeah, that's got one bolt here, because that's all we could really get on the thing, was one bolt and nut. So that's just holding the whole bumper on there. Gotta make it easy to work on and pull apart when they take off the bumper and everything, and you have to try and rip the bumper off. But yeah, on this side, bumper isn't half bad, but it will do. Same thing with this over here, one bolt there. Yeah, it's actually pretty good in line. Well, I did have the side skirt on this side, but I took that off. But yeah, with these wheels that it's got on it, you have a look at it and it's pretty damn well in line. No, but these aren't the rims I'm gonna have on it, because these rims do poke out quite a bit from the body. The rims that came with the car, they actually tuck in. And I don't know how that's gonna look, because this is lined up to the body kit, which is just the other rims are not gonna be, and this body kit's just gonna stick out and go out with no rims there. Really what I need is rims like this that stick out, and then a wide body kit to hide them in and tuck them in. But that's all I could really do. Alright, and I'll show you the rest of the inside. Yeah, I still need to fix the door, because the door, I still need to make it look a bit better, but I could do that afterwards. Still got all the mess of wiring in here. So, getting there. Well, I haven't really touched them much since I finished all of it. The door wiring is all good in here, all the way to here. Just need to sort out all the wiring what I need. Then it's just a bunch of getting wires to certain places, figuring out what wires are which, trying to get power to the tail lights and headlights, and trying to get them all to work. It's just gonna be a real pain in the ass. So yeah, still need to cut out all the wires on the driver's side door, which I haven't done yet, but I will probably be doing after I finish recording this little update for you guys. So yeah, little update on this stuff. There's the steering wheel down there. Still got my new one, but haven't put it in yet. The front of it's getting there. I adjusted the coilovers. As you can see, there's one hole there, and then I moved the bolts up one more, try to push it over as far as it can. That's as far as it can go on the camber thing, whatever, the camber plate. But really, the wheels don't have that much camber on them, so I don't know. It is what it is, but it should be good. Just need the angle on it. But yeah, I'll paint all of this eventually so it's not mismatched colours of light blue, orange, yellow and dark blue. But we'll see. Sorry about the wind if you could hear that on the mic. Weather's kicking in, so that's great. Yeah, then we got the AU over here. Still sitting here waiting. Got the air cleaner sticking out the bonnet. I don't know if I'll put this video up before the video of the AU, but if I do, this will be first time seeing what I've done to it. But yeah, it's getting there. Just need to do a test kit in it. It'll be perfect. Well, it's perfect already. You just need to make sure that I can smoke these tires up and get them to be like nothing. There's the old cross member for the front of the S13. Stuck it back here since I don't need it no more. But yeah, that's there you go. Yeah, I was sitting here. So here we go, running right. Got my fire extinguisher there. The on-off fans. I colored in the on-off switch because on the sides it said off and up and down said on. So I colored out the on, so it's only on, down, off, up. For if I let other people drive the burnout car, it will they'll know which one's which. Of course, got the handbrake, but it's not connected to anything. Might change that soon because it's a burnout car, but I also got some other ideas for this thing. Well, that thing over there is being built. Got some ideas for this thing. Hopefully it will work. But it equals putting a handbrake back in it and getting rid of this button, so instead of it clicking, it's just going to be pulling. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird because there's no actual handbrake cable in it anymore. I chopped it off. I chopped it off. So, yeah, because it was underneath the car. It was underneath the car, but then I chopped it off because it was just getting in the way. But yeah, well, there's the handbrake. Yeah, there's the handbrake there, but there's a wire usually inside of that. And I chopped that off, so didn't have to worry about it hanging down when we're doing burnouts. But yeah, the S13 is definitely getting there. I come in here, turn off the radio and everything, unlike my other videos that have the music playing. Yeah, I got a clutch with the newest thing I bought, but the clutch is toast, so I need to get a whole new clutch as well. But at least it comes with a flex plate. Because the LS, this is underneath the cover here, good old LS, that came with, came with a flywheel, not a flex plate. So, need to put the flex plate on there, because there's a difference between a flywheel and a flex plate. Flywheel is more, well, flywheel is the auto one, and then flex plate is the manual, which manual one's a bit thicker than the auto. Of course, different mounting screws and everything, because the auto has to connect a torque converter onto it. This has to connect a clutch to it. But yeah, I bought that 2 days ago. So there it is, the Trans T56 manual 6-speed from a VYSS. That's what I got it from. Yeah, just gonna get a different shifter because where I mount, it's a bit long. This Trans, it's a bit long, but what we want to. But yeah, it seems alright. Didn't have many Ks on it, like 100 and something thousand Ks on it. Nope, not much at all. Did come with a shifter boot, but the shifter boots fucked like they always are. Yeah, should be good. Yeah, turns alright, turns like a breeze. And Doesn't sound bad. Yeah, it's good. Got a lot of pedals with it. Throttle, brake, and clutch. All with the trains. It was a complete conversion. Don't know if I'd be using the pedals though, because these are for a Commodore. Unless I decide to use them to make it easier. I have to make whole brand new mounting and everything for these in the S13. And then, if the cover wasn't over the diff is still here. We got the new axles in the car. I got 9 locks on here because can't really change it, so I got 9 locks on there. Finding it hard to find the right length bolts for that, and then I need to get some grade 8 bolts for the 2 driveline, for the axles here and for the drive shaft there, because you need the toughest ones, which are grade 8 ones, because it's in the driveline and you don't want snapping bolts all the time, so you gotta get the toughest ones. Should be all good. So if I get all those, then I can actually start mounting the diff in the car. Because these are the high intensity bolts that I got for the trains. Right thread, right everything. They move a bit, but it's an M10 bolt. But to stop the actual trains from moving, you got the locators, so that will keep the trains in its place, so it doesn't actually move with the bolt. Because this hole's big and, well, just almost big enough for an M12 bolt, but the screw hole is an M10, so the screw hole in the back of the engine is an M10, I mean. So if I can pull it up, top bolt up there, that's an M10, M10 over there, and an M10 over here. There's a lot of M10s on there, but the good thing with this flex plate, if I can lift up the heavy clutch with one hand. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Comes with bolts, as you could probably see underneath there. Hopefully that doesn't move for me. Oh. Yeah. Stay there, I don't want the bloody clutch falling off. But yeah, we getting there with this. I had to take off the jack bar here. I had to take off the jack bar because the actual license plate holder, cut out for the license plate, that was too far in for the jack bar. Jack bar is probably out here, and I had to go in there, so I had to take it off. But it's what we use to mount a little plate up here. Yeah, you can see that little plate there. We use that to hold up the middle of the bumper. The gap could be better, but it's way better than it was. Like, the bumper was all the way down and you had like 30mm gap there. It's more of like a 5 or 10mm gap, but it's not really much different to the gap between there for this gap here. Well, I can fit my finger in there, almost my whole finger in there, so it's not too much of a difference of a gap. It might look better once it's all green, and plus you'll be looking at it from up here, but when you walk up to it, then you can see it once you walk up to it from a distance. But when you're up close to it, won't be thinking much about it. I have the wing on here, but I had the wing taped on there, which if you want to see what I look like with the wing on there, everything, go follow my Instagram at V8 Mayhem, same as the YouTube channel. But yeah, it's gonna have a wing, well, a little lip off the end of it. I'm pretty sure I showed that in the video for you guys, but if I haven't, there you go. If I have, I forgot about it. But yeah, I got a lot of wiring to sort out, wiring in the door. It should be all coming together eventually. Eventually the engine will be in the car. At least that door closes fine. I need the other door to close like that door. But yeah, eventually the LS will be in the car. Just need to get a few more engine parts for it. I got a oil pump and timing chain for it. And then what else I need is everything else to come with a cam. So I'm getting a VCM s13 cam, which do sound pretty cool. I don't know if it'll be a bit too lumpy for a drift car, but we're just gonna send it, see if it is. If it is, might have to just change the cam a bit down a bit more, but it should be fine. It'll sound bloody epic with the cam specs that this car is gonna have. But yeah, of course I'm gonna get LS7 lifters, buckets with them, of course. Gonna get some double spring valve springs in it. The rocket arm upgrade for it. Bigger injectors, because we'll need the bigger injectors for the more power it's going to be making. And I think that's all really for it. But oh yeah, I need to get coils for the engine, because the coils did not come, well, the engine did not come with any coils for the spark plugs and setting off the spark and everything. But yeah, well, you can see it in the video. Yeah, I realized this. I need to get this dent out the car. Of course, S13s, they're being drift cars, they're being banged up. They're not going to be perfect, of course. Like down here, not perfect at all. That's all dented in and everything. Let's see, I'll stick you in there a bit more. Yeah, see how how much that end bit's gone in. It's completely knocked in. But the side skirts cover up to about the end of this, so above this body line I have to fix, and down below the side skirt's just going to cover up. But eventually, I always planned on it, but not for now until I know how this car will handle, and so I don't destroy a whole expensive body kit. I always were going to get wider rear fenders and wider front guards, but I am getting front guards because the ones that came with the car were the complete wrong ones. They were 240SX front guards, so didn't have the right cutout for S13 lights and everything for that. But now I've ordered some original lab, I think that's how you say it, original lab front guards for it. They're 40mm wider than stock, so they're 20mm wider than the ones I had on it. We'll see how it sits. It's probably going to be a bit weird. Stock wideness on the rear fenders and 40mm wider on the front. But it'll do for now. Just need to get some guards and stuff, get it looking decent, because it's going to get painted, so we're going to cover up everything for what this guy did, and all the scratches, everything. Of course, when you paint it, because the body kit's not the right color, might as well paint it whole different color, similar to the color in there. Just a bit of a teaser for what we're doing, a bit of a color like inside. But yeah, definitely we'll get there. It's gonna take a while. Well, the AU is a car for having fun in, because this car is probably not going to be done until maybe end of next year, because time, I do have a bit of time. It's just trying to get stuff done. It's the money situation. I do not have that much money, because I'm not earning like big $1 million like the big YouTubers are. Only me working, trying to earn a living. Well, good thing is I still live with my parents, because I'm not old enough to live on my own yet, but still trying to earn money to pay for these cars and pay for stuff. That transmission took all my money, T56. They're expensive over here in Australia, but I got it for actually pretty cheap, because you can find these T56s just for $3,000. $3,000 for just the trans itself and nothing else. And I got this for around 2,300 for the trans, pedals, and clutch, and the clutch reservoir. For a lot less than you can find the there's a bird on the roof. A lot less than you can find the actual trains for. The trains itself, $3,000 for one of these. Crazy. And then the TR6060 ones, the better ones than a T56. Those are close to 6 to 7 grand. So it's bloody crazy to try and get trains for these cars. I got real lucky with both the engine and the trans, because LS1s and LSM Generals, they're just going up in price for some reason. I think it's COVID and everything. The COVID tax, everybody's calling it, making everything go up. And yeah, I got the engine for cheap, got the trans for cheap. Wait, this AU is going to be the fun car until the S13 is done. I've always thought of the AU being the filler-in car, because I know this S13, I'm going to have a blast in it. Going to have so much fun. You're going to see, once this is done, there's going to be videos crazy about this thing. I'll make sure that the day we start the engine in the car, you're going to see it on that exact day. As soon as we start it, I'm going to record it, and later that night, I'm going to be in my room all night, editing the video, putting it up for you guys, so you can see this thing run for the first time. Of course, don't expect that anytime soon, near the end of this year or start of next year. I would have loved to get this thing done at the end of the year, but money situation came in, and trying to get enough money to get this thing going. But I got the main big expenses, except for two of them. The cam type of package, everything like that for the engine. That's going to end up a bit of money. And getting a roll cage to this thing. Roll cage I'm looking at, 3 grand. Bolt-in roll cage and everything else like that. That's the next big expense. So, apart from those, it's just a lot of wiring, getting seats, doing a lot of little thing, gauges, switch panels, and the whole fuel system, which will probably be a bit of a bigger expense, probably $1,000 to $1,500 to get whole new fuel lines, fuel tank, get everything working, AN lines, AN fittings, which is what's going to make it a bit expensive for those AN stuff. Sorry if you can hear the truck coming down the road. But yeah, this AU is going to be a fun car for skids, and maybe my other idea will make it even more fun and have more use it a lot more, because in SA they're shutting down most of the burnout event areas. There's like probably 4 big tracks that can do burnouts, like Malala, Pondy at Murray Bridge. There's 2 others somewhere else, but they're quite a long drive to do skids for. But I do have a road out there, so we'll see what it's like. But I mean, it should be all good. Yeah, I'll pop up the bonnet. I put the bag over it because this is an air cleaner and you don't really want rain getting in there. And I'll close this after I finish recording, because it's terrible to try and shut it with this bag, because it's just put holes in it. You have to push it down and close it. 2-hand job to try and close it. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. That's since I have to do it later on, I'll just take it off for now. Yeah, this video might be going up before the AU, but if it doesn't, first time showing you guys everything here. Yeah, it's a 60-degree bend of metal, stainless steel up there with a cut filler. That's like 80 mil that side and about 60 on this side. Then goes up into the air cleaner. This one's actually a fancy one. I want to show you guys because it equals taken off, but there's rubbers inside you can take out and make different sizes, so you can make the whole bigger, smaller. It's really insane and pretty good. And of course, it's all done now, so I could take these all off, but I was going to take all these plug numbers off them, tape off them for numbers and everything else like that. Yeah, actually, for you guys, put the battery on it. I'll take the bag, move it out there. No one else is home, so I can start this puppy up for you guys on the YouTube. Actually, I might take that disc out of there. disc has been in and out of there for like craziness. But yeah, if you listen to this, I'll flick the switch for fans. Yeah, this is the switch. Flick it on. So the fans are manual, not automatic, because we don't want this thing getting too hot during burnouts and everything else like that. So yep, in park. Alright, it never ever starts on the first start for some reason, I don't know why. But let's get this thing started. Alright, and we go second try and we can start it up. Yep, it's always a bit smoky. Quite a bit smoky, Jesus Christ. This thing legit just smokes out the whole place. As soon as you get that revving up really high, it just smokes out the whole place. It's running a bit too rich. Or too lean, I don't know. It's probably doesn't sound like it's running too rich or too lean. It sounds like it's perfect, but it just smokes so much. And don't understand why. Yeah, here's my guards over here. Looks like birds have decided to poop on it and stuff like that, but these are the wrong ones for the S13. Got some spare rims for the AU. Here's the jack-up bar for the S13. That was on there, but took it off. Good old S13 bonnet with no structure at all, because the guy had this before. Literally cut out the whole structure in the whole bonnet to put a barrow in it, because this car used to have a barrow in it. This is not a barrow, this is the engine before the barrow. For those Americans who don't know, it's the engine before the barrow, the intake. Still a 4 litre, still everything. Barrow's is twin cam, bit more better. Still bit of a topic of saying which one's better. People say these are better, some people say Barrow's better. I don't really know. This one seems to be running alright. Barrow's, you can hear, because everybody uses Barrows these days more than these things, because they're twin cam. Someone's making like 2,000 horsepower easily out of a Barrow. Stock bottom end, well, not stock bottom end, stock block, because the blocks and Barrows are very strong. LS's are strong too, but yeah, it's getting there, and it's definitely going to be one hell of a thing when it's done, but it's going to be good. Well, I'll go and end this video here and get back to work on this thing, and hope you guys enjoyed this. Probably a long video. It's probably been a bit longer than I was hoping before, but big update. Telling you guys a lot of stuff going on. We're definitely going to have an exhaust done for this thing. So it's going to be one of these big round cannons hanging out the back here. Getting all good. Of course, like they say, if you can stick your hand in exhaust, you're a wanker. But I know you kind of live by those rules, but kinda. But the exhaust has to be big enough to fill up the hole, so you can definitely fit your fist in there, because you can fit your fist in the hole cutout for exhaust easily. So the exhaust will be bigger than that. Probably 5-inch, 6-inch exhaust. Bigger than that maybe. It's definitely gonna sound cool, look cool, and then it's probably gonna go straight into a wall, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'll see you guys in the next video.